A local artist is picking up a paintbrush to raise money for those affected by the recent wildfires.
Indeed, indeed. Julissa Ortiz joins us live with a look at some of his art. I have some of his art hanging in my house as we speak.
Yes, I do too. I'm also wearing some of it, right? My mask, Tim Collom.
Yeah.
This is Protect with Heart. Right. You definitely recognize his artwork. We're in his studio this morning, you guys. Come on in. As you mentioned, he is using his artwork to help raise money once again. I say that because we've talked about him before. Mr. Tim Collom, I'm gonna stop talking about you and just introduce you.
Hi guys, how are you? I'm Tim.
Yes, good to see you again. This is where the magic happens. And I am telling you, the magic has been happening big time the last 3 years, you guys. You may remember this was the first painting in the series that he did in order to raise money for the firefighters battling wildfires across our region and of course victims of those wildfires. That first painting, 150,000 plus you raised. And so you did it again. There's number 2, the bear.
Yep, the California bear.
And so just of course with the recent fires, the Caldor fire and of course the Dixie fire, you said, I've got to do another one.
Right. It was time. I mean, it was right in our backyard.
Right.
In the last, 3 years, we've just seen so many just fires that are just unheard of, really. I mean, from Napa to Chico to Paradise to Tahoe, and Tahoe's right in our backyard. So it was time to do something. And this is the 3rd rendition of the California fire prints. I never wanted to do any of them, to tell you the truth, but to have obviously something that would help the firefighters and the victims and the California Fire Foundation.
Absolutely. So these prints you can purchase for $50 and that money goes directly to the California Fire Foundation. I loved, Tim, that you actually have the sketch of your first idea for this painting.
Right, and that's where the ideas come from. You start on a piece of paper, you do all the mistakes, all of those things, and then you come up with a rendition, you throw it on a piece of paper, and then you translate it and put it on a canvas. And again, it was one of those things that you had to act quick because the fires were really going, and I wanted to make sure that we got this out to the general public for sure.
Absolutely. So walk us through and kind of show us the different symbols. That's kind of what it has in the street.
And the first one, I really wanted to focus on a lot of different symbols of California, and that was the sunflowers and obviously the Central Valley, and having San Francisco involved and Tahoe. And then this one really was making sure that Lake Tahoe was recognized. And at the time, we didn't know if South Lake was in real trouble, which we know a lot of homes burned. I mean, there's definitely a lot of damage up there, and just because the fires are out, it doesn't mean that it's over by any means. And so I focused on Lake Tahoe, and obviously have the bear and the Sierras, and having the lake itself, and then obviously put in some of the same symbols just to make it recognizable and to have it consistent with what we've done. And we've had an incredible response, and we've had right around $20,000 that will be going to the firefighters, and all the proceeds that we get, we definitely get those over to the California Fire Foundation.
That's just in the last week.
That's in the last 3 days.
In the last 3 days. Also, in this one, you included firefighters.
Yeah, I put the firefighters are real heroes, and the firefighters are really the ones that go unrecognized and honestly need the most help, and that's the California Fire Foundation. They make sure that they get the proceeds to the firefighters and also the victims, and make sure that they have gas and food and the things that when they're displaced. And I've been working with them. They're a statewide agency that's nonprofit, and they get the funds to them immediately. So in the first time that we did it, we got a lot of help over to Paradise, and that was the key. And now, the region of obviously South Lake Tahoe and the Caldor fire and the Dixie fire is going, and there's a lot of people that need our help.
Absolutely, and so you can help. It's easy to do. You can purchase a painting, a print of the painting on the website, Tim Collom Gallery, which we've linked up to ours, agooddaysacramento.com. And I believe you sign all of them. I feel like I see the pictures of
my hand. I'm like, the first time I was like, oh, I think 100 or 200 will sell, and that was it. And when you get into thousands, but you know what, for the amount of work that they do and what happens in the sense of what they go through, it's nothing to us. No, not at all. So, and I want to do that and do whatever I possibly can to help the firefighters and the victims in this situation.
Absolutely. Well, it is a beautiful piece of work here, all for a great cause. So if you are interested in adding to your Tim Collom collection, Mr. Cody Stark, we've got that website for you on our website, gooddaysacramento.com. And again, that is a fantastic, all for a great cause. Back over to you.
Wonderful artist. All right. Thanks, Sue.